Deal this time. I'm guessing we will. For whatever reason, YouTube really likes you to have this page loaded first. There we go. And wouldn't you know it, we now have video. Okay. Well, sort of. I don't see anything yet. Why is there a black screen? I should be seeing video by now. That's showing. No, that's showing. Interesting. Hold on. It's saying live, but it has a black screen. So I just want to make sure. Okay, I got a live thing from there. Okay. Oh, there it is. Got it. Video came up. Okay. Just making sure. Post. All right. And yeah, we're looking good there. Okay. And post here. Okay. Get that out of the way, please. And we will wait for this to pop up. Come on. There it is. And we are done with that. I can put this right here. And oh, yes, it's already muted. Yes. Yes, good. I've remembered to actually mute my phone for once. That's a good sign. Well, maybe. Is that a good sign? We'll see. Okay. 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 So many places to hit OK. And that's it. Close this. Posted there. Posted there. I selected live chat. Let's boot up the social stream stuff. Activate. And there we are. Go to live chat. Very good. Activate. And go to live chat. Very good. And activate. And there we are. Click this button. Ooh, I think now there's a... I think I can hear sounds now. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's make sure everything's working. Excellent. Okay. Hold on. I just need to do a quick test here. So test 1. Let's see if that shows. Ooh, and I heard a button. I heard a noise. That's great. Okay, there's a... Okay, that channel's working. Bear with me one moment. Live chat is... Oh, jeez. Hold on a minute. I should have known it wouldn't be that easy. Hold on. For some reason, I have to re-sign into at least one of these things. Hold on. Unbelievable. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I typed the wrong letter. I know that for sure. Come on. Hold on, because now this thing is not working. I don't understand why it's not working. Hold on, I'll try signing in here. No, I can't do that because... Oh, you know what? I know what I can do. Well, why? Yeah, why isn't it... Why is this suddenly not working? Hold on, everybody. You know what? I think something updated, and that's why. I should have known. Hold on, I gotta look at the actual page for it and see what this said. Okay. Sign in button. Okay. Alright, hold on. So it's saying YouTube username, YouTube video ID. Oh, okay, hold on. Maybe I have to add this as a new thing. Okay. Not yet active. What? Oh, geez, shut up. Let's see. Close that. Thanks. Refresh. Oh, okay, wait a minute. I see somebody has chatted there. Hello, Jitters. I'm trying to figure out why it's not showing up, because there's some kind of sign-in issue. Because, of course, there is. Sign in. Let me try this again. You know what? Okay, maybe that's why. Let's try this. For whatever reason... okay, wait. I think I got it. Okay, I have to give a code. So hold on a minute. I'll have you type that again in 2 seconds. They updated something, so I'm trying to get my chat windows reintegrated. Verification. Here it is. And we'll say the code. And say next. Hey, there it is. Perfect. All right. Okay. So let me do a refresh of this page. Okay. Hey, Furcorn, how you doing? I'm just waiting for this page to reload. I don't know why it isn't reloading. Oh, let me do this. Let me say sign in. Yeah, I don't care about that. Where is the actual... Wow, this is really weird how this looks right now. Yeah, no. Just go to the thing. Okay, this is sort of working. It's... Alright. I don't know why it looks like this, but I think it is working. Why does it look like that? Hold on a minute. Refresh the main source. Active. Make sure to close the sign-in page. Alright, I'll close it. I closed it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I think actually... Okay, for Jitters, do me a favor, type something. I just want to make sure your stuff is showing up. Because it looks like it should. I'm sort of wondering why this page looks like this. Okay, I don't care. I'm going to get rid of it. Oh, I have to switch to that. I know that. And then the other page should be working, so let's go ahead and do a test 2. Yeah, I got to sign to this one now, too. Yeah, this is the exact kind of headache that I thought I was going to avoid. But obviously not. So hold on a minute. Let me sign into this now. No, I'm not trying to... I'm trying to log in, you dopes. Not you guys. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to these stupid server things that when I put my username in are saying, oh, that username's taken. Well, imagine that. It's because I've got that username. Thanks, though. All right, so that's asking me for a code. And let's give it the code it's looking for. All right. Sure. Submit. There we are. All right, test 2. Enter. And, oh, sorry. I probably have to click that again. There we are. Let's see. Okay, it shows up there, but it doesn't show up here. So that probably means that I've got the wrong social stream thing selected because now I had to reload it. Yep, there it is. Bet you this is it. All right, let's try that one more time. And then I'll finally actually get to drawing something. 5 minutes in. Oh, 5 minutes. Nope, that's not showing up either. I don't get it. Refresh that. Yeah, there it is. It shows up there, but it's not showing up on the screen. Interesting. Well, I don't know that I'm going to waste much more time on this. I can see here both messages, I think. So, as long as that's working, I'm not going to... I'm already almost 10 minutes in, and I haven't even loaded the drawing screen, so let's do that. Okay. Yeah. And they both left, which I don't blame them, because this is stupid. Test. Ah, perfect. Now it's working. All right, good. That's working. Test. That's working. And finally, one more. Test. And that's working. All right, they're all working. Well, sorry you folks left, but that's all right. We'll finally get going here, so let's kick that off. And we'll hide that. And we should... I don't know what that noise was from, but... Oh, Furcorn! Hey! Weird, it says no viewers. So that's working. I thought you left. Well, it's showing up on the screen. You're obviously here. I don't care what the counter says. Onward we go. So, happy Tuesday. I'm doing this stream a little earlier than usual because I had the time, and I know I have the time now. So rather than do it later... Oh, now it says one viewer. There we go. Rather than wait and not have as long, I figured I'd do it now. And instead of water, I have coffee, which is delicious. If you like coffee, which I do. So, okay. What? Oh, you know what? I know what I was doing. I was in the middle of... Yep, I'm going to put some broken skin flaps over here. Oh, that was... Oh, boy, did I screw that up. Okay. Easy to fix. We're going to move this up into here where this should be. Now we're going to turn this off. We're going to turn all the colors off. And I accidentally mixed color and line work. Oh, by the way, now, I don't know if I pointed this out very clearly in my rambling earlier. Now, the, what do you call it? The chat thing makes a noise. So if somebody says something, I can hear it. So I don't have to pay attention as much because now I'll hear a noise. So that's good because I didn't want to be ignoring people. There it is, layer 58. But looking up all the time, I would sometimes forget to do it because I was in the middle of drawing something. So that should be an improvement. All right, so we got to put some skin here. Kind of wilted off. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of those lines because I really don't need them now. So we are continuing our Halloween-y image of a screaming zombie woman. Now, those images or those lines behind there, we're going to have to get rid of. They're probably up here somewhere. Let's see. You've got to find them. Find them and destroy them. Not that. There it is, right there. Whoop, whoop. I don't need the transparency. I just need to get them with a eraser. So welcome, Furcorn. Thank you for stopping by. I have to fix that. Hope you are having a nice Tuesday. It's rare that I'm actually around during the day on Tuesday, but today was a bit of a unique day because I did a show earlier with somebody who only had availability this morning. So figured, okay, well then that means I'll be around, so I might as well do a stream while I'm here. And that is exactly what I'm doing. So I gotta fix that. And let's just smooth that out so it looks like it's, one thing. There we go. All right, excellent. So we've got our, what did I do there? What did I do there? What is that? Hold on. I have to figure out what did I do? Hold on. I'm trying to work out why okay, those are the shadow lines. I sort of... Okay. I see what I did. All right. It's okay. I sort of understand what I was thinking there. This needs to go because we don't need that. That's going to go under there. Okay. I don't know what that is. Oh, I know what that is. Yes, I do know what that is. That's because I put more face lines in there. So I have to fix those. There, like that. So we take this thing and we get rid of anything in there. We just don't need the overlap of this. So we'll just form that around there and we'll come up here. That can go away because it's just, ooh, I blended those lines. So now that I have the skin edge there, I don't need these secondary lines intruding into it. So we'll do that. Oh, not quite like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Nothing there. Okay, we're good. Anything down here? That looks like a no. All right, so now what we want to do is put in some more shadow lines. So let's go down to what, 58? Yeah, 58. Let's get our paintbrush here. And basically all of this, okay, bigger paintbrush, there we are. All of this is going to darken out. Good, that's going behind. And then we'll do something with that too. So I'll be a little bit more careful there. And then we're going to do an even darker color in that area right there. But for now, let's do this. Whoa, okay. All right. And then that same thing right here. And let's do that's going there. Already got that. bang, right there. Bang, right. Okay, well, not that one. That's a little too large for that area, so we'll do this. I'm just marking where I need the colors to go so I know. I probably should have something. Oh. Right there. All right, so let's start coloring in some of this. Block in some of these areas. Yeah, so normally I do the streams on Tuesday evenings, but like I said, I know I have the time that I can do a full hour now. So why not just do it now while I know I have the time? Might as well. Instead of later when I might have to. In fact, I know I would have to truncate it because I'm going to be making dinner. I'm making a dinner tonight because, you know, even though we're, 4 days from October, it's 101 in California again, ridiculously. So I don't want to use the oven if I don't have to. So I'm making pasta, which is going to take a little while. Which I'm fine with, except that means I have to prep it and get the sauce going. If you don't make a lot of Italian food, you may not necessarily... You know what? Hold on a minute. Something occurs to me. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and duplicate that entire layer. This layer we're going to kick down to about there. Okay. Then this layer, because something just occurred to me, an easier way to do something. Actually, you know what? That layer can stay exactly the way it is. No, sorry. This layer needs to brighten up. So we'll go up to 55, but we'll drag the opacity down to 35. Then, because this won't make sense for a second, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove anything of this that isn't those skin flaps. So this'll make sense in a second. All right, so I'm going to take all this out. That is specifically not those skin ripple things there. Those stay this. Oh, I gotta put ones on there too. I didn't think about that. Hold on. Just realized. Jump to layer. What did I say that was? No, it's yes, 58. 58. Layer 58. Okay, let's. Whoop, yeah, I gotta put some tears on here too. There we are. Just do some sagging. Ooh, not like that though. Hold on. I didn't really plan that correctly. Or I shouldn't say plan. I didn't pay attention to that as well as I should have, so that I didn't make that exact mistake. All right, there we are. So now we're gonna go way up here and find, was it 34? 23? That's 23. There it is. It's 24. Magic number 24. Go to this. Let's take all those lines out because we don't need these anymore. All this is basically unnecessary now that we have that. I mean, I'm going to put more lines in there, but I don't need them right this second. And then on 58, right? 58? Yes. 58, I just got to do a tiny bit of refinement right there. Smooth that out. And there we are. Okay, good. Now, back to the color layers. So this... I'm going to take out of everywhere that isn't that. So I'm going to have to put some back there, but that's okay. That is not a problem. Because the skin ripple stuff, those skin tears there, those would be lighter. So I want them to be... That line is really... That line is bothering me. I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'll get to that in a minute. Let's just finish with this. Let's get this cleaned up, then we'll get to the other stuff. So for right now, let's just go ahead and clean these edges out. All right, like this. And see, now you have the lighter pockets of that kind of skin tone thing happening there. Fleshy bumps, whatever. Okay. that little valley erased out. Okay, let's do this little area here. I could just erase everything and not care, but I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to come back to this no matter what. So I might as well just make it as clean as possible. Because why not, right? I mean, if I'm gonna have to come back to it anyway, then you know. So yeah, so I did a podcast episode earlier today. I'm gonna get a sip of coffee. Hold on. Episode earlier today with a gentleman named Jason Howell, who is a, you know, I probably should have asked him what he considers himself. I know he's a musician. That's kind of his passion project is music. He's a musician. His band is called Yellow Gold. But he also, for many years, has worked. I mean, he's a journalist. I guess journalist, and I don't know. Now everybody just calls themselves content creators. I guess that's the catch-all phrase that people use, is just content creators. So he's a content creator who specializes in technology and, more recently, how technology influences people's actual lives. So as he describes, his podcast is called Techsploder. And on that podcast, that particular podcast, because he does two, and he does one, the other one is AI Inside, which, as the title will tell you, is largely focused on generative and other artificial intelligence tools. But Techsploder in particular is, I think his phrasing, and I probably will mess this up slightly, is, you know, human stories. Is it human stories? Human beings operating in a binary world, something to that effect. And basically, he's talking to people about their everyday experience with technology and how it influences their lives. You know, what impact it has, that type of thing. I've followed him for quite a while. He was on the Twit.tv network for a long time. He's also on Android Faithful, and when he was on Twit at one point, that show was called All About Android. And he's still part of the All About Android, well, now Android Faithful, so I should use the correct name. Android Faithful. He's now on that show with a number of other people, some who were from Twit. In fact, I think most of them were, because I'm pretty sure the regulars are still Ron Richards. Let's see, Win T Dow. I'm probably going to mispronounce her name. I apologize. Win Twidow, I think is how you're supposed to pronounce it. I'm probably screwing that up, which I do feel bad about. And Florence Ion, I believe, pops on somewhat regular. And then who's the other person? There's another individual who's a pretty in-depth tech reporter. I feel bad. I don't like not knowing people's names. Hold on a minute. Let me just look it up. I don't like to forget people. If I'm gonna name check a podcast and tell you to listen to it, I can at least get the host right. Give me a second. Let's see. Podcast, yes. All right, yes. Jason Howell, Win Tweedow. I know I'm mispronouncing that. Michelle Rahman, that's the other one, and Ron Richards. I knew there was a fourth person. Yeah, and Florence Ion pops on here and there, and other people. You know, Shannon Morse has been on there. You know, some other individuals. So, but the core team is Jason, Win, Michelle, and Ron are the primary individuals. So great show, great podcast if you like Android. In fact, oh geez, now that I think about it, they might be. Geez, are they recording right now? Hold on, I can tell you, because I'm certainly not. I'm not beyond telling you, hey, if you're interested in Android, you should go listen to them, even if you're here. Let's see, when are they? They are starting. Where is? Hold on, I'll find it. Sorry, I do want.
This episode of Android.
Oh, no! I'm not trying to start an episode. Sorry. Let's see. When was their last show? No. I'm not trying to play it. I just want to find where the next one is. Doesn't indicate when the next one is. I believe they're doing another episode live today. I'm next to positive. I'm not going to sit here for another hour trying to figure it out. But anyway, look that show up, and you'd be able to know. So anyway, I talked to him this morning because he's been doing independent content creation now for about a year. And we talked very honestly about the difficulties with it, because there are a lot. It is very difficult in general, if we're just being honest about it. It's very tough to make a living being a creative person of any kind. Musician, writer, visual artist, anything. Not easy. I think I'm not screwed up. I think I missed a spot with the red here. I definitely did. Let's get that. Oh no, that's something's on top of it. Something has intruded on there. Okay, there it is. Got it. Okay, go this layer, this. Oops, wrong color. Fix that. Thank you. And screen has not frozen. Excellent. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I've told the story more than once. I'm pretty sure I must have said it on one of these streams about when I went to college for illustration, that the head of the senior illustration program coming into the room and saying, hey, guess what? Most of you in this room are not going to make money doing illustration or anything creative. So if you want to leave now, leave now. And, that was the reality of it, is I certainly did not come out of school and suddenly get a job doing anything creative, and 20 some odd years later, I still haven't, because it's very tough. It's very tough unless you are one of three things. Generationally talented, meaning nobody can do what you do. And there are those people. Having a sip of coffee, hold on. Rich, which I'm not, or exceptionally lucky. Now, I've been exceptionally lucky in a lot of ways, but as far as having a creative career, no. That luck I have not had. But that's just the reality of it. And so he has been doing his podcast network for now about a year. And like I said, he speaks very frankly about the challenges of it, which there are many. So that show, yeah, we did that this morning. That show is going to be out on, hold on, I can tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. Let's see, that show will be out. Where's my calendar? Let's go to October. So it will be out on October 7th. Normally I don't do late nights closely together, but I'm making an exception in this case with those shows, because the other person that I just did a show with, coincidentally, it was not planned this way, really was not, was with a person named Jeff Jarvis, who is a well-known, very, very opinionated journalist, professor, author, who is a huge defender of the internet and a evangelist for all the benefits that it gives us, even though it has its negatives, as everybody already knows. And so I did a show with him we recorded on Saturday. And amazingly, I think I've finally, to some degree anyway, figured out video editing, because I was able to edit that show. I'm exporting on my other machine right now the finished edit of that show, which is, without a doubt, and not even close, the fastest I've ever edited a show. Video is not like audio. Audio, I can edit the show together in about 10 minutes, top to bottom. Show, artwork, uploaded, done. Not hard, because I've done it for a while. And honestly, audio is just not, compared to video, it's not that difficult. It's pretty easy. You're just dealing with two audio tracks. And all you have to do is make sure that they have relatively equal levels, and you edit them and put a little music in front, put a little music in back. Podcasting is not inherently difficult once you have all the pieces in place. So that part of it is not hard. At least, it's the way I do it is not hard, because I'm not doing a lot of really detailed audio effects and things like that. I don't do all that stuff. So I keep things pretty simple. It's two people talking for, 1 to 3 hours. That's what the majority of my shows are. And in that case, the one with him was about just short of 2 hours. But when you get into video, then there's more. You know what? I wonder if that green is too harsh. Let me look at this green. It might be too harsh. Let me see what the saturation backed up on that does. Yeah, I like that better. It was a little too harsh green for me. But with video, because I make sure I put in a lower third, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's basically, you know what it is, you just may not have heard the term, but you know what it is. If you've watched a lot of video of any type, you'll have seen it. And that's where somebody's name comes up in their title. Name or website. In my case, I do name and website. That's all lower third is. It's just information about who's speaking that periodically comes up, so you know who it is. Name. Generally, the most common ones are name, title, and social media and or website. I use name and website. I figure that's enough. Most people, they have all the information you need about them on their website, so I don't really need anything else. So I go with that. But you have to put all that stuff in, unless you have a really, really expensive setup, which I don't. You have to put all that stuff in manually. Sorry, I got a sip of coffee. And so that takes time. I may actually, for my next stream, I might, the more I think about this, I do kind of like doing it. The thing I couldn't figure out was the audio part of it, but oh, look at that. That line doesn't complete. That line must complete. Even though it doesn't really matter, it does matter. Okay, not with that brush, though. And not with that, and not at that size. So let's knock it down to maybe 3. Yeah, 3. So I think I will probably go ahead and stream editing together the Jason Howell show. Because that way, I don't know, I think it's fun from time to time to change up what I'm streaming. And it's, it does give, I said on that show, and I mean it, it is sometimes fun to see people doing different things. So it doesn't always have to be me drawing this or something similar. I think I will probably edit that show. And you will see the deep level of occasional tedium. But at the same time not, because I will show you how I work. And for some people, especially if you do video editing or any type of production, you'll probably look at it and you'll want to tear your hair out, because I'm sure, very sure, that I am not doing it in an efficient way. I do it in the way that I do it. I've somewhat got a system down now, but I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm necessarily doing things, and in fact, I'm sure I'm not doing things in an efficient way. So, yeah, that will be the plan. So Thursday, I will do that. And might do a little bit on the weekend too, depending on if I find the time, which I think I will be able to. And then, let's see, not this weekend, but next weekend, I have very foolishly agreed to get into costume for a Halloween show that I'm going to be on, which I don't know why I agreed to do that, because I like Halloween as a holiday, or whatever, I guess it's not a holiday, season, whatever. I like Halloween in general. I like October and, all the ghosts and skeletons, all that stuff. Not really a person who dresses up. Just not. Too old for it now. Been too old for it for a long time. For me. Just saying for me. If you're an adult and you want to dress up, go for it. I'm not trying to tell anybody that I criticize what they do. Whatever makes you happy, you should do it. Whatever finds happiness in this world for you, so long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, knock thyself out. Do it. But, for me, I'm just, not really for me anymore. But a friend of the show who does a radio show over in, is it the Netherlands? I think it is. Anyway, he likes to do the, let me know, and I let him know, and so I'm going to attempt, hold on, getting some coffee. Wow, there is a massive lag on the stream there. I see. Wow, look at that. It is really behind. Fascinating. Wow. Yeah. That's really interesting. Huh. It is quite a ways behind me. It's probably because I had to reset so many things. I'm sure that I probably have something messed up there. Because, yeah, that... Wow. It is... I'm watching it right now. It is very far behind me. Huh. Yeah, look at that. Interesting. Well, I don't really actually need to keep that open. I can just close that. That's fine. Got it. And I don't need to keep this open. So I can go ahead... Actually, I can just shrink that down. There we go. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about the lag thing. Happens, it happens. So, yeah, I said I would do the... I'm not going to be in a costume. I'm going to be made up... Oh, you know what? It did freeze. Hold on a minute. I saw it froze this time. I caught it. Just a second. It'll come back. Bear with me. I'll get some coffee while I'm waiting. There we go. All right. So I said I'd do it. Sure. Why not? So I am going to be on that show live in makeup because what I'm going to do... Well, I say I, but my wife is really probably going to help me with it because... I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to makeup. I truly don't. Also, I believe it will be the first time I've ever worn lipstick in my life that I can think of. Only on half of my face, though, because I'm going to go... Or I'm going to be appearing... The goal is to look like Two-Face. One of my absolute favorite villains of all time. Specifically... the version from the animated series, the Batman animated series. That is what I'm going for. So I found, amazingly, very easily found, some face makeup that looks like it is the exact color. It's this very specific kind of blue-teal color, if you've never seen it. You can look it up. Look up Batman, or look up, sorry, not Batman. Look up Two-Face animated series, or Batman the animated series Two-Face, something like that. And you will see that the character has this very blue, almost teal, I would call it. Very, very weird looking blue. And there's a little bit of variation to it depending on who is doing it. But this very blue color. And I managed to find face paint that is that color. I was kind of amazed, really, that I found it. So that is the plan. And that I found a half black, half white shirt because I love, when it comes to Two-Face, my favorite version of that character is when he's in black and white, where it's like split. Whatever he's wearing is half black, half white, and then it kind of alternates. Hold on, sip of coffee. Turned out to be the last sip of coffee. It's empty. Done. So that's the version I'm going for. And we'll see. So I have to get a half black. Fortunately, they make half black, half white wigs. So that should be simple. That I can get that. And then I'm going to put a piece of tape down my face halfway, because one of the things I like about the animated one is because it was animated, they just did a simple 50-50 on the face. It's very straightforward. And that's what I'm going to try to emulate. I'm not going to try to make it look realistic because I never liked the Christopher Nolan Batman thing where they made him look realistic. I didn't like that. The Tommy Lee Jones one would require the Batman Forever version. That would require way, way too much prosthetics to try to get right. So I'm not going to bother. You know what? I'm going to put a midway dark color in here. So let's lighten this up just a bit. So maybe like 55, I want to say. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. Oh, sample it. Well, that doesn't look good. Let's see. Let's go maybe Well, 55 is what I did before. Maybe I have to increase the saturation a bit. Let's try that. But I don't want it to look... Yeah, actually, that... Yeah, that's okay. That's good. So, yeah, that's the... Oops, there we go. That's the goal, is to try to look like the animated Two-Face. We'll see. We'll see. In my head, I can see it working. In reality, who knows? But like I said, I'll give it a try. I mean, I don't think it's going to look terrible. It may not look great. Okay, I heard the chat thing. Hold on. Hey, Furcorn. Welcome back. I like that I can hear that thing now. So now I can actually, you know, tell when somebody puts a message in there. It's a lot better. So yeah, that's what I'm going to try for. We'll see what it looks like. Like I said, I don't do a lot of makeup stuff, so I don't know what it's going to look like. I hope it'll look... I mean, my wife will be doing most of it. She likes Halloween a lot. She gets dressed up for stuff a lot. She does that type of thing. So my guess is it's going to look pretty good because she's doing it, as opposed to if I did it. If I tried to do it myself, probably not going to look all that great. But my wife knows what she's doing with that. And I did intentionally pick what I hope is an easier type of thing to do, because it is pretty straightforward. So it should be not terrible. That's what I'm aiming for, not terrible. If I manage not terrible, I've done it. That's my goal. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm aiming for. On this particular thing I'm doing here with the color, I'm not doing line work to it. I'm just... These are going to be like free-form shadows. So like that, and then have it come down. I may put lines on it afterwards, but right now I'm not worrying about that. All right, we'll shave that off. There we go. Just feel like putting more shadows in here. Kind of a... Not kind of a fourth color involved, but that's okay. That's all right. And, okay. Wait, yeah, all right, just checking. Just want to make sure. I just wanted to make sure that my microphone hadn't cut out, because I saw like a blinky light and I didn't know what it... Whoa! Oh, I see. Didn't know what it was, so just checking. But it appears everything's working, so that's good. Okay, this is the midway color, yes. All right, let's see. So yeah. Let's see. Yep, I am fine. Thank you. I am doing all right. No complaints from me today. So thank you for checking, but I am okay. Hopefully you are as well. But I am good. Whoop. If I can keep my brushes straight, I'll be good. There we go. Okay. Let's erase that right there. Actually, I'm better than okay because I can see the chat messages and they're making sounds. So that's great. That's fantastic. That is good news. Because I really wasn't sure if that was going to work. I mean, sometimes with these things, you click a button. What is my favorite game? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, well, I don't know that I can pick one, but I'll give you a few. So, my favorite game... boy, I actually have to think about that. Well, no, I don't. My favorite game... Actually, I will give you a selection. My favorite game from when I was younger, and this is going to be a weird... Anybody who's old enough to remember this game is probably going to think I'm nuts. But my favorite game from when I was younger, because I played the original Nintendo, I played... Not the Atari 2600. I played one of the Ataris, but not the 2600. But my favorite game of that particular time period is a game called Elevator Action that was on the original Nintendo. Very simple game. Wasn't much to it, but I always liked it. I still like it. I still play it. It's just a game where you basically are supposed to be playing some kind of secret agent character. There's no story. Nintendo games often didn't have a story. They just gave you things to do. But you just kind of are going down in elevators, hence Elevator Action being the name of it. And you were going down, and you basically had to go into these red doors and get a folder of, I guess, secret information. Again, they didn't tell you. They weren't concerned with telling you what the game was about. And then escaping in a car. That's the whole game. That's it. There's nothing else to it. It's very, very simple. So that, I would say, is my favorite Nintendo game. My favorite computer game would have to be the original Deus Ex from the year 2000, which was a first-person shooter that took place in a futuristic world where human beings could get cybernetic enhancements. And you played kind of a... well, I guess you would call him a super soldier. Actually, I think you could play as a man or a woman, so whichever. So you were playing as one of these enhanced super soldiers who finds out that, you know, not everything is quite the way you thought it was, and some of the stuff that you were told about your background is not quite true, and you have to take down this planet-wide conspiracy of people that are trying to, you know, manipulate the world and stuff like that. And it still holds up pretty well. I mean, you can tell it's from 2000. You're going to know it's an older game. But honestly, I play it probably once a year. Favorite videos in YouTube. Okay. Well, I like the Best of the Worst series because they cover B movies and bad movies, and I find that stuff fascinating. So I would say that's one. There's a channel called Techmoan, which is a individual who will find all different stuff and test out different electronics. Like he found an old Japanese karaoke machine from the 60s or something like that. He was playing around with that. And he just did a repair on an old boombox, which, oh boy, watching that video makes me very, very, very sure I'll never attempt to repair a boombox, because that looked like no fun at all. In fact, I don't think he actually finished repairing it. I think he got to a certain point and said, okay, I'm giving up on this for now. So I would guess there's going to be more videos. So that's another one. I follow a video game reviewer named Grimbeard, who covers some really weird old games and new ones. Not all old games, but a lot of old games, and then does new ones and has very unique and interesting commentary on them. I follow Digital Foundry. I've actually interviewed a couple of the guys who are on that channel on my show. And oh, you just want to know what was your favorite? Oh, that I made? Oh, a favorite video of mine that I made. Boy, that's a tough call. Huh. You know what? I guess I would say... of course, this is not one video, but it was in fact 3 videos, but they're all related. They're all the same series. I did a series of videos on the filmmaker John Carpenter, where we covered 6 films that John Carpenter made. And that video, I actually got to use a lot of film clips for doing that, and YouTube didn't strike them all down. You can actually watch them. You can see clips. We covered, in particular, one of his movies that I don't think enough people watch, which is called Assault on Precinct 13. And we did some comparison stuff to later movies. I'm really happy with how those videos came out. And those were all, like I said, there's 3 of them, and they're about 10 hours in total, because we talked for 2 to 3 hours on each one. But they're all related, so I would say I consider them one video. That's probably the ones I like. I mean, I like all of them. I don't feel like I try not to make crappy videos. I know some people just throw stuff together, and that's fine. I try not to do that. I try to make them look good, as good as I can. So I would hope that none of the videos that we've put on the channel are bad. You know. But that's up to the viewer to decide. That's the thing about art and creativity, is I can think whatever I want about a video. In the end, though, it's whoever watches it and what they think. So, hey, Timber Dragon. Yep, today I'm doing an earlier stream because I knew I could do a stream for longer. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to actually do a full hour-long stream later on. So I figured, well, if I can do it now and do a solid hour, then I'm going to do it now and do a solid hour or so. Might even go a little bit over because I have the time. We'll see. I do have to also make sure that the iPad doesn't get too warm. I don't like to overheat the iPad. So, yeah. So, yes, today was an unusual day because I had the time earlier. I don't know if you're hearing that beeping. Hopefully you're not. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up. But I got the chat beep working. So now I know when people send a message and I don't have to keep looking up constantly. I can actually see it. Although I think my video just froze right now. So I'll fix that right now. Okay. Give that a second. All right. Just waiting. There it is. And let's check. Yes. Now it's back to... It has updated itself. Good, good, good. So yes, today is an unusual one. Thursday should be normal time. Thursday is probably going to be not drawing, though. I think Thursday is going to be video editing. I'm going to be working on a show that I just did, I think, on Thursday. So if you find that stuff boring, I'll just warn you now. That's probably what it's going to be. Because I want to try to get that video edited. Good. That's great. That's great. I'm thrilled that you're not hearing it because it's clear enough for me to hear it so I can look up. But I didn't want the microphone. I was hoping the mic wouldn't pick it up, but you never know. Microphones, sometimes it's odd when they pick things up. So I was not entirely sure. But thank you for saying that you can't, for confirming that you're not hearing it. That's good. Yeah, okay, so I kind of like having these secondary shadows in here. This is working out better than I thought it would. Wasn't really sure, but it's looking all right. I don't mind it. Let's put it that way. I don't mind it. So let's just have this come out. And where do I want that to join up? You know what? I think I'm going to have this arc downwards. Like that. No. Don't do that. Have it come upwards like this. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, I like that better. Right, so let's fill this in. There we are. But yeah, that's why it's earlier, because I knew I had the time to do it earlier today. So I figured better to do it when you know you have the time than if you're not sure you will. Because the first half of the week, Mondays, Tuesdays are always the tricky days. They're tricky days. Because sometimes I just don't know how much time I'm going to have. So that's why this will not be this will not happen very often, I'm pretty sure. Let's see how to feel about your, I don't know what that little symbol is. What is that little symbol? I can't tell what that is. What is that? Is that drawing? Sorry, I just can't see what that symbol is. It's so small on the screen. And it doesn't describe it. A lot of these, well, sometimes the emojis have descriptions, so I can tell what it is, but that one doesn't, so I can't tell what that says. Okay, come on. Oh, no. No, get back. There we go. There we go. Is that drawing? That's what the symbol is? How do you feel about your drawing? About this one? I like it so far. You know what? I really don't. I'll be honest. Most of my drawings, most of the stuff that I draw, I don't know that there are many of them that I would say, oh, wow, that came out really good. I just don't generally feel that way. I typically can see just only the flaws. I think a lot of artists are that way, where you get to the end of something and it's very hard not to just see the stuff that you did wrong or that you wish you figured out how to do better. So I just aim to not hate my drawings in the end. If I can get to the end of a drawing and not dislike it, I'm pretty happy. Which, you know, I don't like how that looks, so I'm gonna soften that out. I don't like that angle, so we gotta get rid of that. Just gonna get rid of that right there. There we are. That's usually how it ends up. is okay. That doesn't look bad. And if I can do that, I'm pretty happy about it when that happens. I find that to be the best case scenario many times is, okay, I don't hate this. Not even hate this. I shouldn't say it like that. I don't find this to be full of problems. If I manage that, I feel like I'm doing all right. There are drawings I think that I've done that I'm happy with. I just think most of the time I'm just aiming for, okay, I don't dislike it. Or I can look at it and not just see every little flaw and mistake and notice, oh, I missed this, or I should have done this, or that's... Like I said, I think certainly a lot of the artists I know, they struggle with that. I think most creators are like that too. It's just a matter of, okay, try not to, you know. Did I? Yeah, you know what, now that you say that, I think I saw that there were some, which is great. Yeah. I'm happy that people enjoy the stuff. I wouldn't say I hate it. No. When I was younger, I would have probably said, oh, I hate a lot of my work. I wouldn't say I hate it. Not at this point. I think most of the time where I end up is, like I said, it's more of a matter of trying not to get hung up on the stuff that I feel like isn't quite how it is in my head. That's what a lot of drawing ends up being, is you try to get the stuff that's in your head out, and a lot of times you're never going to get it to look exactly the way you think it will. And so you have to kind of, at least for me, I just sit there and go, okay. I'll give you an example right here. Okay, here. This is a perfect example. Right? Let me just switch to another layer so I can show you this. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'll just do it here. I'll erase it. Right? Like this line here, that little shadow in the cheek there, this isn't quite how I see it in my head, but it looks fine, and I don't know that I can make it look, because when you think of things, when you visualize stuff in your head, depending on how you see it, it's not as simple as, oh, I see it in my head, now I'm just going to draw it that way. Like that, that doesn't work for me. I can't do that. I can't just think of something most times, unless it's something really simple, and just draw it. Right now, there's certain things I can do that with, but they're usually simple things. So, you know, here, again, I'll give you an example, right? So, okay, if somebody says, draw a, hey, Jitters, I'm good, how are you? Thank you, Furcon, I appreciate that. The weather is warm, it's 100 degrees, which I'm not thrilled about. But, so what I was talking about as far as, okay, if you say, draw a billiard ball, right? That's easy because it's just a series of circles. Or you can make this an eyeball if you want. But, okay, so let's say this is an 8 ball. All right, let's put the 8. Okay, right? And then you just do the shading. And this is not hard because a billiard ball is just a circle. So it's relatively easy to just do this. So that, I can do that out of my head in 2 seconds, right? That's not hard. But, you know, a zombie's face, and let me get rid of that 8 ball because I don't want that to be there. So hold on a minute. Let me just erase all that right out of there. Okay. But this, you know, this in my head looks, you know, different. That's just how it is. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do, I think in this one, I'm actually going to have the eyes filled in. So where is my black layer? Where is the black layer? Is it that? No, it's not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Not that. Might be above this one. That's it. This should really be down further, though. Further down. Should be on the top of the color list, honestly. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and blacken. Oh, that's the pencil. We need this. Let's go ahead and do that. Picture of your avatar. Oh, the little... I don't know what that is. A little ghost? What is that little thing? Can't tell what that is. It looks like a little smiling ghost. Kinda. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Let me take a look. Yeah, this is the busiest the chat's ever been. Amazing. Which is fine. Oh, Furcorn is like a little guy. Yeah, I see it. Interesting, though. The pictures I'm seeing of it look... Most of them are green. But yeah, okay. It's a little guy with feet and a little thing coming out of his head. Okay. Yeah, I should be able to draw that. Hold on a minute. Let me draw that really quick. All right, let's see. Yep, that's what I did. So that would be... There. Let's just... So that would... How big is this? No, I need a smaller pen for that. So it would be like a little guy... Like this. All right. Okay. Okay. And he's got a little branch that's coming off with a little leaf. Okay. And then he's got a couple of legs. And I saw different types of feet. So we'll give him some feet here and have him coming out. Have that toe sticking up. Toenails. And toenails. Toenails. Little ankle. And give him some little shadows on his legs. There we are. And branch, a little bit of shadow coming up. And... Oh, thanks, Jitters. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful week. Should be back on Thursday. And let's give him some eyes. Have him looking like that. And I'm looking like that. Okay. And then the only thing I don't remember... I think he had a mouth, right? Didn't he have a mouth? Let's see. Did he have a mouth? Oh, yeah, he has a mouth. Okay. Yep. I thought he did. Just couldn't tell. All right. And we'll give him some teeth. And he had pretty big teeth as far as I could tell. So we'll give him some massive chompers here. There we go. Okay. A little bit of shadow on that. And yeah, there you go. Yep. Ta-da. There he is. Yeah. Where did I put him? In the black layer, right? Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right, so back to this. All right, so... Okay. All right. So... Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I just realized my screen froze. Hold on. Bang. Hold on a minute. Because you probably never even saw that, so let me bring him back. Hold on. Of course it froze right then. All right, here we go. There he is. Here you go. That's him. Ta-da! Make him dance a little bit. Let's see. So, face purple with wide eyes. A blue person eating spaghetti, which that doesn't look like that at all. Buffering. Yep. That looks like that. Let's see. Chill with dog. And then the last one doesn't have a description. It looks like a pear, but the actual description is a picture of a pear. So that's interesting. I don't know why it didn't describe the last one. Okay. All right, so let's get back to the eye. Let's do that. Okay, we'll make the eyes a yellow color, I think. Maybe red. Maybe we'll do like an orange or something. Halloween-y kind of color. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll do something a little different for the eyes. Might change it, but for now, let's give these a nice kind of orange color. Just because that doesn't look right, and that's what you want with a zombie. When the eyes, you don't want the eyes to look normal. You want the eyes to look weird. And they usually, in movies, you'll see they change the color of them or they make them look strange. So we'll do that here with color. So we got orange eyes, which stand out nicely against the, what do you call it, the green. Couldn't think of the color name. Green. And then I am Timber. Yep. I like the fall. Because drawing stuff like this is fun. So yeah, I am. And I like the weather to cool off, which I'd love it to, actually do sometime soon. So yes, I am ready for the fall weather. Yes, I am. And fall in general. I just like it. Fall's I think for a lot of people, their favorite season is fall. Cozy season, a lot of people call it. I can see. Whoa, wrong eraser. Oh boy, not that one. There we are. Thanks, Furcon. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's coming out all right. It's coming out all right. It's got a little ways to go, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Yeah. Well, an hour and 6 minutes. Wow. Yeah. See, I know I was going to do at least an hour today. I think this is a good place to leave it. I can tell that the iPad's starting to warm up. But that's actually got a lot done. Because, got a lot of colors put in. I think the next time I work on this, I'm going to put more actual detail line work. Like small lines in and, do more kind of detail stuff. But this is not bad. It's getting there. That bone color probably is going to change a little bit because the colors are a little too far apart for me. I think maybe I need to take this down a bit in brightness, maybe. Make it closer to the other ones. So maybe like that. Yeah, I think that's better. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's better. It doesn't look as far off now. Because these colors just look a little too separated for me. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Yeah, okay. All right, well, you know what? I think this is a good place to go ahead and bring this stream to a close for today. Because I'm in a good spot with this, and like I said, I'll pick up with some of the detail stuff, but you know what? Hold on, before I do it, I did realize there's one spot I do want to do. I'm going to put some colors. Is this the right color? No, this. Yes. I do want to do this. I'm going to have this coming in here. Thanks for coming by, Furcorn. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I'm just going to put this shadow here. I think this should be shadowy. I think this should have shadow in it. Kind of like that. And then just have that coming down and looping into there. Like that. Or no, not like that. Like that. Yep. Yep. In fact, now that I think about it, this should probably just follow all the way up through here. Like this. Come around there. Bump that. And then we'll have it join up with this here. Oop. And then, let's see. Let's have this happen. Let's have this loop around like that. And that can curl into there. And I think that's going to look the way I want it. Actually, you know what? Okay, this is the last thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to fill this whole thing in. That looks fine like that. There we go. Yep. Okay. We are good. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for coming by. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I'm planning on doing a Thursday stream. But I do think it's going to be video editing and not drawing. We'll see. That could change. We'll just see how it goes. But, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I almost screwed up the image, but there, I saved it. So, yeah. Thank you for coming by and hanging out for a bit. I appreciate it. And, you know, if you're watching this later, that's fine too. I don't care when people come by. If they come by when I'm doing it live, great. If they come by later and see it a month after the fact, great. Doesn't matter to me. I just appreciate anybody stopping by, and I would encourage anybody watching this, live or later, try to do something creative. It's good for you. It's good for your mind, your body, and your soul. Do some creative stuff. And if you don't want to do creative stuff yourself, find a creator and support that creator in some way. Because, and I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about other people. I'm doing fine, but I know there's a lot of creative people out there who are struggling. A lot of them. And if you can support them in any way, whether it's giving them money or whether it's just liking their stuff or boosting their stuff, do that. Because I can tell you right now, they all appreciate it. And they could all use as much help as they can get. Because it is not easy to be a creative person and succeed. So, on that note, thanks again for coming by. Have a great week or day or weekend or whatever, whenever you're seeing this. And yeah, until the next stream, thanks again for being here, and